Lords, I feel I'm again swimming against the current, but I'm very much against having an age limit in this House. I feel it would leave us poorer, thinner, more meagre. I'm delighted that ministers appear determined to break their manifesto commitment on the subject, and I would urge them to take the same wise, measured and judicious attitude to the stuff on the other side of the full stop, which my noble friend Lord Dobbs was mentioning earlier. We would be deprived of a great deal in this House without the wisdom of the full range of our members. He's not here at the moment, so I hope it won't embarrass him in his absence if I say this, but the best speech I've heard on tonight's debate came from Lord Butler of Brockwell, with his erudition and his experience explaining the role of the Crown prerogative in appointing members of this House. Now, he would, again, I hope you won't think this is in any way impertinent, but he would fall on the wrong side of my noble friend Lord Hailsham's age limit, and I think we would all be the poorer for it. There is something, my noble friend Lord Parkinson spoke about a multi-generational chamber. I think there is a real importance in having a multi-generational polity. I think it is important in an age when politicians, elected politicians, are becoming younger, when the 24-hour news cycle and social media are more exhausting, when elected politics becomes more of a young man's game, to have a space in our national discourse for people from every generation. It's kind of a variant, if you like, of Burke's point about a nation being a partnership between the dead, the unborn, and the living. Within that category of the living, there needs to be a generational balance, especially if we have an upper house which is here precisely to act as a check on the necessary radicalism of the popularly elected chamber. If we're here precisely to take a longer view, then I think it would be a pity to cut some of us out on grounds of date of birth. If I may just extend Burke's reason and his argument, I'm going to quote Burke on the great families of the hereditary peers, a letter he wrote to the Duke of Richmond in 1772. He could be quite sucky-uppy, Burke, when he was talking to his patrons, but I think it bears repeating. Persons, he wrote, in your station of life ought to have long views. You, people of great families and trusts and fortunes, are not like such as I am, who by the rapidity of our growth are but annual plants that perish with our season. He went on, as I say, slightly, in a slightly flattering spirit, you, if you are what you ought to be, are the great oaks that shade a country and perpetuate your benefits from generation to generation. I'm pretty sure that the greatest of all Whigs would have been against an age limit, but I'm absolutely certain that he would have been against the unsupported removal of our hereditary colleagues.